Hey everybody, it's Alex, the founder and CEO of Motoroso.com, your dedicated mods marketplace. Sitting behind me is our buddy Zach's 2011 WRX with the EJ255 engine, and he's making a little bit more horsepower than stock currently. He's got an exhaust, an intake, and a basic tune, but he's planning to make over 400 wheel horsepower when he does his intercooler, turbo, fueling, and custom tune upgrades, which of course we'll be documenting here as well. But in order to handle that power, he's gonna need a clutch. So we're installing an ACT SB11 HDSS clutch, which is gonna handle all that extra power. And we made a separate video talking about all the features of that clutch. We'll put a link to that in the description. Make sure you check that product spotlight out. But in this video, we're gonna show you how to install it step by step. Now you can buy this clutch at Motoroso.com. Of course, we'll put a link to that here in the description as well. If you like the video and find it helpful, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel for all of our upcoming videos and build projects. Let's get started. You can either pull the engine or you can pull the transmission. Now, we personally think that pulling the engine, even though it's a few more steps, is actually faster and easier to access the clutch. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Now, we're gonna shoot parts of the engine removal process, but because you're a Subaru owner, you've probably already pulled the engine out before. And if you haven't, well, there's plenty of videos online on how to do that. So we're gonna skip that part, maybe even put a link in the description to one that we think is helpful. And then once the engine is out, we'll focus on how to install the clutch. Tools you'll need for the clutch install include 8, 10, 12, 14, and 15 millimeter sockets, a ratchet to match, a pry bar, an engine hoist, and a hammer. After removing the engine, use a 12 millimeter socket to remove the pressure plate from the flywheel. If your clutch is worn or heat cycled to an extreme degree, a hammer or a mallet might be needed to separate the clutch from the flywheel. And this is what a very, very burnt clutch looks like. Remove the 8 15 millimeter bolts for the flywheel. Remove the flywheel and clean the bell housing with brake cleaner, and then inspect the rear main seal. Clean out the transmission bell housing and remove the old throwout bearing. Use the supplied grease and apply to the input shaft where the throwout bearing will ride. Install the new throwout bearing and make sure it does not pull off the fork. Install the new lightweight ACT flywheel onto the crankshaft reusing the OEM bolts and torquing them down to 56 foot-pounds in the number sequence in the video. Make sure to clean the surfaces with brake cleaner. Pay attention to the orientation of the clutch marked as transmission side and flywheel side. Using the supplied alignment tool to install the clutch into place, and then install the pressure plate using the supplied hardware, torquing them down in a crisscross pattern first to 11 foot-pounds and then to 28 foot-pounds. Clutch, you're ready to reinstall the engine. All right, that wraps up our installation guide for the ACT SB11 HDSS clutch on this 2011 WRX with the EJ255 engine. Now, the torque specs are specific to the EJ255 engine, but the installation process is pretty much similar across almost every Subaru. Now, if you want to buy this clutch, you can shop for it at Motoroso.com. We'll put a link to the description, but you can also shop for over 1 million other top name brand products on our marketplace. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for all of our other upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.